I suppose it makes sense that the captain would get a steward. I bet that's this guy. Yeah, because you know what? All the stewards are standing over here next to each other. I'll bet this is the captain's steward. What is the ship's steward? Let's go to our glossary. I don't know. He's from India. He looks more like he's from India than this guy does. Where was the other? Captain Stewart was from Sweden. I don't know if either of these guys look like they're from Sweden. Okay. Alright, so we got a couple stewards that we have to figure out. The second mate steward, we believe we've identified, and he was strangled. This is another one where we believe we've identified the steward, but we don't know what happened to him. We know he was on the lifeboat with the others, so we'll just set that to unknown for now. Thomas Lank was knifed by the gunner's mate. A man that we believe was our Scottish topman was torn apart by a beast. Yep. Okay, we don't have names or fates for any of our China. Any of our Chinese topmen. Well, we have fates, because everyone has a fate now. But we don't know. We don't have any way of identifying who these men are. So we'll come back to them. We believe we have our New Guinean topman. And then we have a bunch of seamen that we have not identified yet. Now, one thing that I notice is that I do have at least 3 names here that we have their full names and fates identified, but they are not marked as complete, which suggests to me that I have something wrong. This man is a 1 triangle name, so let's see if we can identify who this is. Okay, this is the other man that died during the Bitter Cold chapter, so he died very early. Same as the other fellow, someone also picked it up at the Lasker house. I checked all hands just now and everyone is healthy. Okay. Now we know that Solomon Syed is the other man they're talking about. But we have a lot of other Indian seamen, so that doesn't seem to be it. And I don't know what the Lasker house is. That doesn't really seem to help. Okay, here's something. We have 4 Indian seamen. And if I come over here, this, we know Solomon Syed is one of our 4. This is the other man that died of illness, who's sitting with him. My guess is these 4 men are our Indian. I bet these 4 are our Indian seamen. So let's see if by chance, no. Oh, ha ha ha! Nice. And nice. Excellent. And this also means that this man is our last Indian seaman. Okay. So these men have all been identified. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Excellent. Okay. Yep. Okay. Oh, nice. So chapter 2 is actually entirely done. Is chapter 1 entirely done? Chapter 1 is entirely done. Excellent. Chapter 3. We don't know this man. Okay. We know this is one of our Chinese topmen, though. So let's just try cycling through these. No. Okay, let's go back to unknown topman. Okay, so he's the only one left. That one's done. We know this one's correct. Well, we don't know that he was speared by a terrible beast, exactly. But we know that is William Wasim. This man is named John. What Johns do we have left? How about John Naples? This is where he died. Alright, let's go check this one again so we can check that torn apart by a terrible beast is correct.
Keep pressure here.
What madness is this? 20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself. Those are guilty beasts carrying a curse. Throw them back, your doom was all. Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think.
So that was interesting. 20 years my steward and never a doubt on your sanity. What's going on here? Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses. 20 years my steward. So this guy is the steward. So the question is, we only have 2 steward positions. Well, I guess we technically have 4. Our second and fourth mates stewards haven't been done. Neither have... Yeah, our second and fourth mates stewards haven't been confirmed yet. But here's the captain. So this man is almost certainly the captain's steward. Okay. Was torn apart by the captain's steward? Alright, so that's another one we got. Let's go back to here. So we've now got the captain's steward, which makes me think this man is the ship's steward. And we don't know who shot him yet. Let's see if we can figure that out. Because that's one where, like, I think the information is available. Well, I know the information's available. But, like, I could see him down there. I just had a hard time actually... where's the door out of here? Excuse me? There it is in the back. Who is that?
Someone shoot the damn thing!
Oh, I guess we could look at it this way. Kind of hard to tell. White shirt, white pants. Has a rifle. Okay. And... he's in the back right corner, if this is to my left. I bet this guy is our purser. Like he's keeping items for the crew and he keeps in his own little hole in the wall. Ah. And John Naples. Excellent. Oh, we're getting so close. All right. None of these men really. Maybe Peters? Could be. It's hard to tell. Let's try Nathan Peters. I don't know if that's right, but I can't get close enough to see who else it is, and no one in this list looks particularly susceptible. This actually looks like it's happening after the events of the last one. Let's go look at part 8 and see if I can see... If I can't see where the man in white was before he shot him, let's see if we can see where he was after. Okay. Okay. Yes. So this is our man in white. We don't know this man's name yet.
Saya tutup. Aku terpilih.
Do we have anyone else from Russia? No. Okay, so I'm pretty convinced that these two men are my Russians. What I don't know is which one is which. Which one's Alarcus and which one's Alexei? So you disappeared in the calling, and you also disappeared in the calling, but we're in quite a few more memories. Oh, there we go. I mean, it was just kind of random guessing, admittedly, but I think we're starting to get to that point. Oh, and I got my Russians. Awesome. Okay, yeah, it makes sense that he's the second mate steward, because the second mate is there with him. Okay, so I don't know that strangled is right, but otherwise this is correct. And strangled seems as accurate as anything for whatever that is. Okay, that's 2 seamen. 3. So I have 4 more seamen. So let me do this. Start back at chapter 1. Look for ones I haven't completed. So I have 4. Let me Well, let's find the first one. Okay, this one. So we have 4 seamen, 5 topmen, feel pretty good with my steward choices, and the bosun's mate. So wait, who is this guy? He is a topman, not a seaman. Okay, so there's 1 topman. One seaman. 2 seamen. 2 topmen. Pretty sure you're supposed to be a topman. 3 topmen. Three seamen. 4 topmen. 4 seamen. 5 topmen, 5 seamen. Okay, so the current state of things, I've identified 5 of each, which I think is impossible. Yeah, because there's only 4 seamen and 5 topmen. So one of the men, so assuming that I haven't identified them incorrectly, one of the men that I've identified as a seaman is probably the bosun's mate, actually. Oh. This guy's probably the bosun's mate because he's helping the bosun. And they say he got torn apart. That would make sense. Okay. Let's just play with these Chinese. There we go. Okay. Let's come back here. Get our topman. Okay, so we have 1 Chinaman and our New Guinean and our Scot. Well, there's our Chinaman. Where's our other topman? There's 3. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's this guy. Boom. Phew. Okay, getting close. We got all of our topmen now. Excellent. We have a couple more seamen. Looks like 3 of them, so we'll figure them out in a moment here. And then we don't know what happened to the 4 people who got away in the lifeboat. And we apparently don't know who shot the ship's, who I think is the ship's steward. And that's because I think that's one of these guys. So. Oh. That was the bosun's mate. Okay. So we can fix that. Shot by bosun's mate. Okay. So Martin, we can't set a fate for some reason. Henry Evans was on the lifeboat. Emily Jackson and Miss Chamber were both on the lifeboat. Zungi Sathi, we have filled out. The captain, we can't assign a fate for some reason, or the captain's steward, rather. Samuel Galligan, we have filled out. The 4th mate's steward, we don't know his fate, because he was on the lifeboat, okay? William Wasim, we have filled out. So that's 3 that we have filled out, and it's not telling me anything, which is interesting. So perhaps I have some detail of one of these wrong. But so who are our remaining 3 seamen? We have this man. Let's start assigning them. And oh, these 2 men. No. So let's just play with some of these. There we go. I'm not a huge fan of, at this point, having to basically just like cycle names around until it works, but I'm not sure what else to do. Okay, so this man then must be Alexander Booth. Because we got these other two. All right.